They just count us in and we'll get... Hello, good evening and welcome to Finley Stadium. It's Simon Neal here again for Chattanooga Live and Underground, here with my good friend
Lucas Panzica. It's good to be back, Simon.
Thank you, Lucas. A little bit of amnesia there. Good to have you back, sir.
Good to be back.
Glad you're back in town. Now, we're here tonight for a special game, not an NPSL League game. We're here for a game that's a friendly with Asheville City FC, playing for a keg of beer. How about that? What a great way to end the season. So, without further ado, you can probably see a picture of the keg of beer on social media. What it is, they're playing for a keg of beer between Hi-Wire Brewery of Asheville and your own Chattanooga Brewing Company here in Chattanooga, overlooking the stadium. As I'm sure those of you who have been in the stadium know, it's very close. And it's a friendly, the first time it's been done, hopefully not the last time, where we're playing for a keg of beer and a lot of fun in a friendly game. How about that, Lucas?
That's right. In Asheville, it's their inaugural season as an NPSL club, moving to Asheville, North Carolina, about 3.5 hours away. So the two clubs kind of trying to ignite a rivalry, get something going. Hopefully next year it'll mean something, the game will. For now, it just has to be a postseason friendly. But Asheville hasn't had a bad season for their first year in the NPSL, so it's good to see a couple clubs get together and try to create some history.
It is, and that's what we like to do as the league grows. Chattanooga FC now in its, this is the 8th season, can you believe that? 8th season of Chattanooga FC. And a few years ago we started the Volunteer Shield up with the supporters groups from all the Tennessee teams, with Nashville, Memphis and Knoxville and ourselves. And that was won this year by Knoxville. So congratulations to Knoxville on a good season and getting their name on the Volunteer Shield for the first time. Having followed on from that, this game tonight is the first of another series of friendly games, which is a great way to make sure that you make friends with soccer and that it's just a very social, enjoyable thing. Less tension, more fun, so we'll see a lot of the players, probably a lot of rotations tonight, everybody gets some playing time, and the fans will have a good time. Hope you enjoy it at home too. It's going to be a good evening, Lucas.
That's right, that's right. And like we said, we wish the game would mean something, but again, it's always good. Fans always want to come out to Fort Finley one more time, and maybe some fringe players will get a shot to make an impression on Coach Elliott today.
Well, that's right, and we're hoping to see a lot of them play, the ones that didn't get playing time during league games and cup games. And in fact, leading on to that, we've got the starting 11s for you. So, Lucas, you want to take us through Asheville, and I'll take us through Chattanooga.
So Asheville City Soccer Club starting in goal, Dakota Bainter. Have a back four of Nick Bogman, Jack Lewis, Grady Bradshaw, and Kenny Anderson. Ben Chappell, Jesse Foreman, Logan Woody, and Cameron Saul starting in the midfield. And two up top, that'll be Jackson Allen and Elma Enfor.
Very good. Now, Asheville City are playing in a kind of luminous bright green shirt today with bright green socks and black shorts. Your Chattanooga FC playing in their regular dark navy home strip. So they should be easy to spot which team is which. And I'm sure the Chat Hooligans have something to say about the day-glow yellow of the Asheville City shirt. So let's go on to the teams. For Chattanooga FC, starting up front, number 15, Sam Goney, partnered by number 17, Luke Winter. In the midfield, we've got Leo Schmidt, 23, 19, Peter Pearson, number 16, Mark Touts, number 29, Cameron Woodfin, and number 7, John Carrier playing on the wings. And the back three, it's done us really well all season long. Number 3, Jake Lever, 24, Suren Uhazchek, and 21, Jordan Dunstan in the goal tonight, Pierre Gardin. There are rumours of a special guest in the goal tonight, but nothing's confirmed yet. Stay tuned during the game, you might get a surprise. So, as I was saying, the teams are coming out, and referees in red, and the teams are starting to come out on the pitch to be introduced to the clubs and to the fans. So at this point, we read the starting 11s. We'll take a short break and sit down for the national anthem. Then we're with you during the game. So don't go away. Enjoy the team presentation. We'll be here in a moment.
Chattanooga Football Club.
Are we done? Thank you. Thank you. It's all right.
And now the starting lineup for Asheville SC. Number 18, Jackson Allen. Number 22, Kenneth Anderson. Number 2, Nicholas Begman. Number 15, Grady Bradshaw. Number 12, Ben Chappell. Number 19, Jesse Foreman. Number 5, Jack Lewis. Number 9, Elman Ford. Number 6, Cameron Saul. Number 32, Dakota Bainter. Number 31, Logan Woody. And now the starting lineup for your Chattanooga Football Club. Number 3, Jacob Lever. Number 7, John Carrier. Number 16, Mark Tots. Number 19, Pete Pearson. Number 21, Jordan Dunstan. Number 23, Leo DeSmet. Number 24, Soren Uhaszczyk. Number 17, Luke Winter. Number 15, Samuel Goney. Number 29, Cameron Woodfin. And in the goal, number 4, Pierre Gardon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem. Tonight's national anthem will be sung on the field by the Choo Choo Chorus.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red rockets well up first
And we're underway, folks, and very nice national anthem there from the Choo Choo Chorus. Absolutely lovely. The players are going to take their positions on the field, and I hope you're sitting comfortably at home for a great game. And we're certainly looking forward to it tonight in the stadium. Got a fairly good crowd, maybe a couple of thousand tonight. More people should be coming in as the evening wears on. And it's a beautiful evening for soccer. Look at it, Lucas. Clear blue skies, no thunderstorms, none of the rain out in the past few months.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been a scorcher of a week in East Tennessee for the past 7 days or so. But really, yeah, not a better day to have the last game of the 2017 season here at Finley Stadium.
That's right. It's been hot outside in the 90s, probably close to 99 on the field. So we'll probably see some water breaks and some substitutions. just like a very full bench for Chattanooga FC. It'd be easier to say who wasn't on the bench and who is on the bench, because pretty much the whole team's out tonight for, say, one last game. So everybody's looking forward to that. I'm sure everybody wants a chance to play, and one last chance for the Chat-hooligans to get sore throats and to bust their knuckles and get blisters with the drums too. So they're going to take that chance tonight too, I'm sure.
And looks like Coach Elliott is going with kind of a more experienced lineup, some of the guys who were constant starters throughout the season, with the exception of a couple. Mark Tots in the midfield hasn't seen much playing time this year. Pierre Gardon's in goal. But other than that, that defense is pretty similar to the defense he's gone with all year, just Jacob Lever in there at left back. So, but we should likely see a lot of substitutions. It is a friendly, like you said, and there's not the regulations on substitutions as there are in the NPSL season. So a lot of guys are going to get playing time, but especially up top with Samuel Gagné and Luke Winter, Coach Elliott opting to get some experience to start off this first annual derby.
That's right. Everybody wants to play tonight and keep fresh while they head off back to their colleges, wherever else they're going to end up going to after this. So great chance to play. Asheville getting us underway. They're playing from right to left in the day-glow yellow shirts. You cannot miss them. They're like a, what do you call that, road repair team or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure the hooligans will give them a great name.
So Asheville have the kickoff, and now Chattanooga in possession. Ball to the middle. One of the exceptions in the lineup is Matt Aldred, who's not here tonight. He went back to Florida,
right,
play for his college team in West Florida. Normally the captain for Chattanooga.
Yeah,
so now here comes Asheville trying to produce their first attack. Grady Bradshaw at left back.
Hooligan's a good voice tonight. I hope their sound is coming over on the live stream with the drums and the chanting. They're still giving it all they've got, even though it's a friendly game.
Cameron Woodfin, also another guy who's seen a little bit of playing time this season, but this is his first start of 2017. It's another guy that Coach Elliott would like to see more of, I think.
That's right. He came on and got a goal in that defeat of Birmingham Hammers, which I know he enjoyed when he came on as a substitute. I know he'd like to get some goals tonight too, and you know, hit the back of the net. Every striker wants to do that. He's no exception.
See Luke Winter.
He outnumbered there, wasn't he?
Pressure.
3-on-1.
Bradshaw trying to clear it. And some more pressure there from Chattanooga. It'll be an Asheville throw.
As a sideline, Lucas, one of the things we're going to have to do, of course, is get a name for the barrel of beer. So if you're watching on the web stream and you got a suggestion what we should name the barrel of beer that everybody's going to be playing for, it needs a nickname. And so suggestions welcome during the web stream and the comments on YouTube, please, or even on social media after the game, because as I said, this will be an annual event. Next year we'll play in Asheville for this, but tonight's in Chattanooga, so let's have your suggestions for the name for that barrel of beer.
Ball to the feet of Jordan Dunstan.
Nice.
Good move by DeSchmidt. But Asheville regains possession. And yeah, Simon, and look, I think the two clubs are trying to kind of make a symbol for this rivalry. And it's always hard to start a rivalry from scratch. What makes a rivalry is often history.
Right.
So that's kind of something that you have to produce over the years. But they're off to a good start here. These teams are 3.5 hours away. They're in the same league. And yeah, so they have this keg as a symbol of the rivalry. And still no official name for the keg. But like you mentioned, it's sponsored by Chattanooga Brewing Company and Hi-Brew.
Right.
I believe that's the correct name for the brewing company from Asheville.
Hi-Wire is the name.
Hi-Wire.
Hi-Wire. Well, you don't want to drink a beer while you're walking on a Hi-Wire unless you're a very brave person. But, who knows? But yeah, Asheville and Chattanooga have quite a lot in common with the big outdoor scene in both towns, and lots of climbing and hiking and other outdoor activities in both towns. So more in common than you might think of, apart from both being, you know, surrounded by mountains, and both very pretty mid-sized towns. Corner comes to nothing there, and Asheville getting us away again in a moment.
So Dakota Bainter goal kick. Chattanooga have been putting a little bit of pressure on Asheville. Have yet to see a clear-cut chance from either team. 4 minutes in here at Fort Finley.
Interesting tonight to see that Dakota Bain has got the same colours on as the referees have. Usually try and avoid that kind of clash, but hope it doesn't lead to any mix-ups during the play when it gets a bit more intense and they mistake him for an official. That could be interesting.
Grady Bradshaw's throw-in is over Jackson Allen and cleared by Jacob Lever and headed back into play by Jack Lewis. Ball bouncing around to the feet of Jordan Dunstan again.
Chattanooga concentrating on possession, aren't they, Lucas? They're really trying to make that count. Great ball to Luke Winter, a little long, but good idea.
There.
Great idea.
Were you surprised by Coach Elliott's starting lineup, or do you think that he just trying to get the game off on the right foot before he starts injecting some younger, inexperienced guys?
I think he'd like to get the game started off with maybe going up a goal ahead and then taking it from there. So no harm in getting some of the experienced players to get things underway, and then he can feed in a player at a time as he needs to from the bench and give some of those guys some more playing time and learn from the experienced players. So I'm pretty sure we'll see most of them playing tonight.
Good opportunity here to end the season on a positive note for Chattanooga after that playoff loss to Nashville last week.
Lucky there. Tarrant's not quite able to control the ball, but Chattanooga's intention is clear, is to go ahead and put pressure on, as they always do.
Ball thrown in, up to the feet of Cameron Saul, stolen away. And Leo DeSchmidt is brought down. Chattanooga will have a free kick before midfield. Pete Pearson, another guy playing for Coach Bill Elliott, starting today in the center midfield. A young guy, hasn't seen too much playing time. His first season in Chattanooga, been a theme this season. A lot of guys having their maiden season with the club. And Pearson, highly recruited out of high school, originally went to Virginia and then made the switch to VCU, a lot like his partner in goal, Mr. Pierre Gardon, from Virginia Beach,
long ball.
Virginia.
Trying to come, oh, good save from the keeper there.
Goni tries to touch it past
Sam
Banger.
Goni using his speed there and nearly getting past the keeper.
Woodfin intercepts a pass, but it's to the heat and to the feet of Ben Chappell. Long over the top, Pierre Gardon collects. Ball up to the feet of Goni. He takes a big touch, but Woodfin may have won back possession for Chattanooga. And here's Leo DeSchmidt. He's going to switch it all the way across to Finley.
Carriers over.
Carriers.
It's all right. Unmarked too.
Oh, Mark Tox
Oh.
opts to go for the back heel. Carrier coming in behind, but doesn't make contact.
Didn't
and
pull that one off. It was
rolls
a
out for a goal
good
kick.
idea, but didn't pull it off.
Mark Tots, a teammate of Danny Whitehall at Hastings in Nebraska. Of course, the team just won the NAIA National Championship off the back of Whitehall's 34 goals. But Mark Tots also named an NAIA All-American for the 2016 season.
Pull back to Gardam there. Chattanooga resetting a little bit. Trying to get their shape.
Carrier keeps it in. Looking for Winter. Winter shielding off 2-3 players.
Winter is always outnumbered. They must know he's the danger man. They keep outnumbering him every time he gets the ball.
Jackson Allen tries to streak down the sideline, dispossessed. Here's Samuel Goni. Doesn't have much help. Cuts it back.
What can he do?
Man goes down. Goni still in
Pass one,
possession.
pass two. Sam Goni still with the ball. 3-on-1 again. Asheville really putting the numbers on the attackers here.
So a good individual effort by
Very
Goni
good.
up against 3 or 4 Asheville defenders. No one coming in for a pass. Woodfin closes down the clearance by Nick Boatman. Be a goal kick. Asheville, like we said, in their first season as a club, went 3-3-6, finished third in the East Division of this conference. Not a bad maiden season for Coach Gary Hamill.
Yeah, he's good, isn't it? That's a good start.
Jackson Allen.
Gets through the defenders, playing very well.
Excuse me,
there.
Cameron
Keeping
Saul
it
on the ball.
moving. Asheville trying to build into an attack here.
Back to Ben Chappell. Tries to find Allen on the left wing.
Yeah.
It's intercepted.
Carrier
And here
takes the
comes
interception.
Chattanooga.
Down this near
Not
side
enough
again.
on the pass.
Seems to be their favourite side, Lucas, to come down this side of the wing.
They have been occupying the left. And here's Grady Bradshaw. Under pressure from Tots. Bradshaw's going to try to get the edge. Well done by Tots to dispossess. And he keeps the ball.
Good play. Draws a round of applause from the
Sends it up
crowd.
to Winter. Ball goes out. Chattanooga throw. John Carrier. Jacob Lever. In at right back, a spot often occupied by Jake Young. But we have seen Lever take the field multiple times this season. Lever to Schmidt, an excellent turn. Finds himself some space, streaking down the left side.
Better hurry up. He's got man right on his tail.
Puts it in for Luke Winter, and it's cleared out.
Yeah. I think if he released that a step earlier, it would have been a better cross, but still keeping the pressure on Asheville. Chattanooga still looking the more dangerous of the two teams so far.
Now here's Cameron Woodfin. Chattanooga might have numbers here. Woodfin
Oh, Woodfin goes
tries
down.
to touch
but,
it past a couple defenders.
Yeah, play goes on.
Ball over the top. Looking for Ben Chappell. Chappell does well to keep possession. Sends it back to Cameron Saul, who's going to go long over to N4. Pierre Gardon comes out and closes it down.
Gardner has to really make the save there, Lucas. He can't hang back on that one. So 10 minutes played so far, still 0-0. A lively game with Chattanooga having the best of it, I think, so far.
Gardon also in his first season at Chattanooga, the senior at VCU. Here's Woodfin.
Winter,
To
back
Winter.
to Woodfin. Keeping that triangle play going. You notice that?
Lever. Inside to Pearson. Swings it around to Jordan Dunstan. Ball gets past
Woodfin.
into the feet of Woodfin.
Out for a corner.
And he does well to win the corner, the ETSU student athlete. We've seen Leo DeSchmidt on top of most corners, but Woodfin will take this one quickly. DeSchmidt will put it in.
Deep
Winter
ball,
looking for the
Winter.
header.
Oh, off Winter's head and just off to the right of the goal. A dangerous move there from Chattanooga.
Have yet to see a shot on goal from either team. In the 13th minute, on this sunny day, Chattahooligans are out full force. Major's goal kick to the feet of Logan Woody. Now here's Asheville. Going back over to the left side with Grady Bradshaw. Some possession here. Asheville trying to break into the penalty area. Long ball by Cameron Saul goes out and almost out of the stadium.
Yep. That would have been a good field goal in American football, but tonight it's got to go into the net. So nothing given there. And Pierre Gardin gets play underway with a goal kick. Hope there's some folks watching from Asheville tonight. If you are, let us know on the stream on YouTube and say hello. And hope you're enjoying the game so far.
And be sure to throw out those names you have for the name of the keg. Carrier rips one in for Gagne.
Oh, off the line.
Gagne does well to put himself in
save.
position for the header, and it's an excellent save by Bainter, but Chattanooga still has it, but this time it's cleared out. Gagne does well to get low and get ahead on and put it in a good spot, but Bainter, good reaction save, and Chattanooga will have the first clear-cut chance of the match.
Yeah.
Trying to go again here.
Here's Carrier.
Carrier down the right. He's going to shoot
Goes
it.
for
Yeah,
the
far
shot.
post, off the post.
Off the post.
And
Wow.
headed out.
crowd are on their feet for that one, Lucas.
Nick
Lots of excitement.
Bowman clears it for Asheville, and a couple great chances for Chattanooga. Carrier hitting the woodwork on the far post. Bainter will breathe a sigh of relief, and Chattanooga will have their second corner. Looks like Carrier over the ball. Excuse me, DeSchmidt. Headed in. Takes a bounce over the crossbar. But that's what you want to do in that situation, Simon. That close to goal, you head it towards the ground.
That's absolutely right. You want to take any chance you can get. And
that was Soren Juhasek.
Yeah, Soren's height there coming into play. And he sometimes sneaks in and get those goals from the back line, the way that John Finley does sometimes too.
Soren Juhasek at 6'2", has been an anchor in the center of this defense. Played for Coach Elliott at West Florida, a player Coach Elliott knows very well, and he's shown that with the trust he's put in him this season.
Yeah, Soren's having a good season, enjoying his soccer and maturing into definitely a key player in the defence. I think he's starting just every game this season, actually. So that's always a good sign when he's
a key part of that three-man defense.
When he's an easy pick for the coach, is like, you know, it's a shoe-in, and that's a good thing.
Mark Tots looking for Leo DeSchmidt, but
yeah, DeSchmidt's too far away and the ball goes out.
Kenny Anderson does a good job closing in on him.
Yeah.
And here's Anderson. Anderson, the Mars Hill student athlete over in the Asheville area.
He's having a good game too, isn't he, Lucas? He's playing well.
Mars Hill, also the school where head coach Gary Hamill coached before he took the job here in Asheville. Ball out for Nashville throw in. Jesse Foreman holding the ball. Looking down the line for Saul. And possession is regained for Chattanooga once again. Leo DeSchmidt. Pete Pearson.
Oh, trying to find Woodford, but Woodford is misstepped and Nashville breaking fast.
Streaking down the middle of the field.
Going for the shot.
Here's N4. Right to the safe hands of Pierre Gardin.
Excellent. Good save from Pierre Gardin there.
Logan Woody and Elma N4 had numbers there for Asheville.
That was a quick break, wasn't it? Very dangerous.
Leo DeSchmidt now. Here's Winter.
DeSchmidt again. Gets the bounce. And the clearance from Asheville is poor.
Here comes Jacob
Lever streaking up from the back there. Looking for the cross.
Sending one in. Gony's there.
And the defender gets to it first.
That was Jack Lewis.
Yeah,
getting in front of the ball.
A little faster than Sam Goni. Not many defenders are faster than Sam Goni, but he was there tonight. Another corner to Chattanooga, putting more pressure on.
That's right, Asheville starting to feel it a little bit here in the 17th minute. Chattanooga been able to get a couple heads on these balls. These corner kicks. He whips one in here. And
right across the goal,
right
nobody there.
The goal.
Yeah, curved in nicely, but no one there to receive it on the far end. So, chance for Asheville to catch their breath and reset with the goal kick.
Both teams looking for a historic first goal in this Blue Ridge Derby. First time these teams have met.
Is it a derby or a derby, Lucas? There's been some debate about that.
That might depend on where you're from, Sam.
I think it may do. I'd go with the derby, but, as in Derby County, but some of you here may go with the derby, as in the bowler hat. So it's one of those debates that will rage on and on, I'm sure.
Here's Winter.
Winter's feet. Winter's setting Woodfin free.
Good ball for
Is
Woodfin.
He quick enough?
Gets it past Bainter.
He's past the keeper.
He's at the goal line. Sends it
there?
in. Oh, Carrier's there with the side volley.
Great pass from Cameron Woodfin. Looked up, used his brain, didn't try and shoot. Saw John Carrier, and John Carrier gets the touch to push it in the back of the net. 1-0 Chattanooga FC.
Answers the question of who will be that first goal scorer in this rivalry. It is John Carrier on the right wing. In his 5th season for Chattanooga. Has a goal to his name.
That's right.
This year.
So another goal to John Carrier and an assist from Cameron Woodfin. Nice bit of teamwork there. Making something out of what could have been nothing and turning into a great goal scoring opportunity. Let's see what Asheville have got next. They're going to come back and score in return.
Jack Lewis over to Nick Bogman. Grady Bradshaw.
We've
To the middle to Saul, but it's intercepted by Pete Pearson.
We've got some Asheville fans in the stadium, Lucas. There's a little bunch of them over there in the bright yellow shirts. And hoping they're going to start making some noise to counteract the Chattanooga. So come on, lads, make some noise.
Luke Winter all alone. He's going to try to whip one in here, and there's Woodfin, but it's cleared out. Another corner kick for Chattanooga. Looks like Ben Chappell getting in the way of that for Cameron Woodfin, looking for his first goal for Chattanooga. Looks like it will be Woodfin to put this one in.
Swinging in.
Juhaszczyk gets a head on it again.
Good contact. Juhaszczyk, no challenge against him either. And just goes maybe a foot or two wide of the side of the right side of the goal there, but still Juhaszczyk dangerously unmarked.
It's been an interesting season, Simon, since 2017. That first half, there were a lot of struggles in terms of scoring.
Right.
And they weren't losing the games, but they weren't winning them either. A lot of draws in that first half of the season. Then we just saw an onslaught of goals as Asheville tried to create something here.
Yeah, it went crazy with those two 6-0 wins back-to-back, which is really out of control. No one does 6-0 wins back-to-back, but we saw it this season. But, yeah, the goals were kind of came in bursts. As you said, they didn't come more evenly. They've been more spaced out. It might have been a different result at the end of the season, Chattanooga SC, but they came in a clump in the middle of the season.
Leo DeSchmidt putting one in again, and someone going down looked like John Carrier.
Carrier goes down, but the referee sees nothing wrong, and it goes out for a throw-in to Asheville.
But yeah, like those, you said, those back-to-back 5-0 victories against Birmingham and Carolina really looked like this season had turned around.
Yes.
And then a couple straight losses, and then another onslaught of goals, a 7-0 victory against Georgia. And they'll close out the season with another win against Carolina, and then drop that game to Inter Nashville in the first round of the playoffs.
Right.
So with such a roller coaster season, what do you tell your team going into a friendly after the season's over?
I think you tell them to focus and to enjoy it. And relax a bit. The pressure's not on, so you may see better play because the players are more relaxed, just haven't got the pressure to get a result, and haven't got the feeling that they need to do something. And sometimes the extra pressure can actually lead to a poor performance.
And then not to mention the effort from the fringe players trying to make their mark on the team.
Well, that's right. Yeah. So it's a different kind of season for Chattanooga this year. Gives us more to talk about, actually. Usually we don't have as much to talk about. This year there's going to be a lot more analysis in the postseason, and we're going to bring you a postseason wrap-up.
Kenny Anderson
and
beats 3 or 4 and sends one into the middle, but it's cleared out by Jacob Lever, and now in Asheville having an attacking throw.
So, yeah, I think we'll address some of those questions, Lucas, during the wrap-up session we do at the end of the season. So stay tuned for that one on your social media from Chattanooga Live with the 2017 season wrap-up.
Jesse Foreman back to Kenny Anderson, into the middle to Jackson Allen. Chattanooga wins possession. Mark Tots booted upfield and back to the feet of Dakota Bainter.
Luke Winter chasing him, but Bainter's quick enough to get rid of it.
Looking for Elma N4 right up the middle. And Pete Pearson to Luke Winter now. Winter tries something fancy for Samuel Gagne. And here's Juhaszczyk. Like usual, Simon, fans going to Chattanooga Brewing Company afterwards after this game.
That's right.
And maybe to watch some USA soccer as well.
That's
USA
right.
Taking on El Salvador
That's on
in a
tonight.
Gold Cup quarterfinal tonight.
That's going on tonight, and good chance to enjoy the products of one of our sponsors.
There's Jacob Lever. Mark Tots trying to make an impression. A 1-2 with Carrier, but it's dispossessed by Jackson Allen. Here's Foreman, back to Logan Woody. Back to Foreman. Under pressure from Pearson, but gets away to Kenny Anderson. Leo DeSchmidt thwarts his dribble, going for the long shot. He caught Baker off his line. He shoots it from midfield.
Wow.
Couldn't have been more spot on for Leo DeSchmidt. And that is a highlight reel goal.
Wow, that's going to be in the goal of the season, that one for sure. That was amazing. A long shot from a third of the way back down the field and just seeing the keeper off the line. Tried the cheeky long chip, and you know what? It went in. Amazing.
The vision from Leo DeSchmidt.
Wow.
To see that from right at midfield. My goodness. DeSchmidt had a great second half of this season. The back end of this season has been good to him. Had a hat trick in that game against Georgia Revolution, that 7-0 victory. And adds one tonight. What a goal.
Wow. Good. Chattanooga 2 up in the 25th minute. Ash will really have to get moving and start getting on the score sheet.
Jackson Allen trying to do so. Goes down, gets a foul. Chattanooga couldn't ask for a much better start to the history of this rivalry. Can they keep it going? 26th minute. 2-0 here at Finley Stadium. Cameron Saul and Logan Woody standing over the ball. You'd imagine that they'd put one in here for someone to find a header. But it looks like Woody's going to shoot.
Taking the shot.
Ball stays on the ground. Not much of a threat there.
Schmidt setting Winter off.
Chattanooga will try to counter. Luke Winter out to John Carrier, and they're going to cut it back. Both teams will reset a little bit. It's Pete Pearson. Out to DeSchmidt. DeSchmidt over the top. Great ball for Luke Winter.
Winter, ball's in the air, but going out.
The offside flag was up.
Yeah, the linesman spotted that one. That's an offside against Luke Winter, but interesting play there. Chattanooga being very inventive tonight, Lucas, and because of the there's no pressure on this game, not as much pressure, then it really is letting them be more creative, I think.
That's right, yeah. They've been a lot more open than we've seen, not playing tight.
Absolutely. And that may be what we needed to play during the league season. We didn't get to do as much.
Maybe the form in the friendlies is what Chattanooga has needed in the late season loss.
Right.
Ball out to Gonyi. Chattanooga finishing third in the West Division of the conference. Not great to Chattanooga standards. Still made the playoffs, but with the success Coach Bill Elliott's had here, do you think that he'd call this season a disappointment? Which is hard to call it that, but in terms of Chattanooga standards, how do you think Coach Bill Elliott is rating this season?
Yeah, in terms of the regular season, the way we normally play, it definitely has not been up to the usual standard. But there's been debate about that, whether it's down to, Nash trying to break here, lever in there to clear it, whether it's down to the Chattanooga standard being a little different from the previous years, whether the league as a whole has improved. I mean, we have seen improvements in all the teams we played. There's no doubt about that, and teams we thought would not put up much of a fight have given Chattanooga some tough games. So I hope it means the league's improving overall. That would be a good thing if it is. For soccer in general at this level and for soccer in the USA. So, again, that's something we've debated on social media and over a few beers at Chattanooga Brewing Company and elsewhere. So, certainly, yeah, it's a mixed thing. It could be a mixture of the team and their, have they gelled together, the chemistry right? Have we missed a key player or two? How other players not stepped up to a gap? It's a lot of things you can debate, Lucas.
And there's certainly been a lot more parity, a lot more competition in the NPSL, especially in the Southeast.
Yeah,
and with these adding of new clubs, Carolina having their first season, Asheville having their debut season in the NBSL, there's going to be more competition, especially when a team in their first season like Asheville comes in and finishes third going to the playoffs.
That's right, that's right. And I think one of the side effects of Chattanooga's success is that it's made other teams realize if they are going to play in the NPSL, they're going to have to, have a more professional organization. And, really get things moving, probably not just be like a Sunday league, we'll actually take it seriously and have conditioning and training camps and all the things a professional team does. And I know that the folks who started Asheville City FC have come over and swapped ideas with the founders of Chattanooga FC, and they spent a lot of time helping each other get the teams off the ground, and Chattanooga's been kind of a mentor for the folks at Asheville, and so we're seeing the results of that. So if they're using Chattanooga as a model, that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's a lot to learn from all the teams in the club, in the league, but Chattanooga willingly helped them, and this may be the result of that what you might call cross-pollination, or whatever word you want to use to describe it. But yeah, there's been a lot of exchange of ideas, free exchange of ideas you don't get in the professional leagues. Everybody's very secretive and doesn't tell anything. Everybody here is a bit more open about things, and that's got to be healthy.
Chattanooga certainly helps set the standard for NPSL team, especially in the region.
Oh,
the long throw by
goes
Dunstan.
right through the box. No one touch it in.
Puts it where he wants it, but nobody there to make the final effort. Now Pete Pearson to Cameron Woodfin. Woodfin played well so far.
Trying to get the 1-2 going with Luke Winter, but doesn't come to anything.
Has been very energetic in that attacking midfield role. Looking like Pete Pearson and Mark Tots sitting back a little bit more in that Chattanooga midfield.
Right, 30 minutes played so far, folks. 2-0 to Chattanooga FC. Goals from Carrier and DeSchmidt. But a lot more soccer to come, I'm sure. I want to see Asheville push up some more and do some more challenging, I think, Lucas.
Well, Kenny Anderson on the ball. He's certainly been one that's challenged more than other Asheville players. And they'll swing it around to the left, Grady Bradshaw. Kenny Anderson going way out of position here on the left wing. Ball back to the feet of Bradshaw. Under pressure from Cameron Woodfin, and he dribbles it right out of bounds. Throw in for John Carrier. Back to Jacob Lever. Over to Jordan Dunstan. Luke Winter can't keep possession. So Asheville will try to counter as Chattanooga gets some numbers back. Ball to the middle to Saul. Good turn, and we'll see a shot here from Jackson Allen. Not a threat.
Drags that wide, yeah. A little indecisive there, I think, on that one, and it showed in the shot.
Asheville struggling to get that last pass in.
Yeah, I think when they do, you might see a goal, Lucas. They've got some good strikers here, but just can't get the connection to work right now.
They've certainly scored goals a little bit more consistently than Chattanooga has. Had a lot of close games this season. Here's Jacob Lever. Mark Tots going over the top. Carrier has some space. He's going to get to it.
Streak into it. What's he going to do? And is he going to win a corner or a throw? Or
looks like it's still in play.
Still in play, okay. Kind of hard to see under the mass of hooligans down there.
Well, they've certainly not lessened their crowd at all for this friendly.
No, they haven't. It's good to see that. They're enjoying it and stretching their lungs quite a lot tonight.
Kenny Anderson. Woody can't keep possession, but the ball over the top by Mark Tots results in nothing, and it's to the feet of Barton. Painter, excuse me. Here's Ben Chappell. Woody to Allen to Foreman. Foreman gets past to Schmidt. Puts one in. Juhaszczyk is there. Foreman heads it back in. Asheville putting a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, they were there. Mark Chance clearing it nicely.
Gagne settles it, and a good ball by Winter, the 1-2. And here comes Gagne.
What's he got? Is he going to go long?
He's going to shoot it.
Shoot it.
He's going to score.
There it is. Goal number 3.
Goal number 3 goes to Samuel Gonyi.
In the 34th minute, a nice individual effort, a great give and go there with Luke Winter. Or as we call it at home, a 1-2, where it goes from one player back to the other. Perfectly placed onto Luke, who set Sammy free, ran down on the edge of the box, drew it into the keeper on a 6-yard box and flicked it past the keeper. 3-0. Very classy tonight.
Gonyi, a fan favorite here in Chattanooga in his 3rd season. The Spanish forward has a couple goals to his name. Has played well when called upon this year by Coach Bill Elliott.
Asheville can't sit back. They have to get something going here. They've got some players warming up, including a goalkeeper.
So the quick counterattack from Chattanooga, Luke Winter and Samuel Gonyi combining to get that 3rd goal, and it's already 3-0, 35 minutes in. And while Asheville hasn't laid down not been competitive, Chattanooga's just gotten the better chances, and Asheville's going to have to do something to change it before this game turns into a slaughter.
It's just a question of executing the chances when you get them, and Chattanooga have done that very well. So 3-0 at the present. We want to see Asheville come back and to get back in the game. And this is the first time these two teams have met, Lucas, so a bit of an unknown quantity for each other, even though there has been some, sharing information between the management group of each team, but the players are still new to each other, so not a lot of scouting to be done, which makes it interesting. You can't really get a feel of how they're going to play, so without seeing them for real on the field. So yeah, tonight's game is interesting from that point of view too, as a first meeting.
And Chattanooga responding well. Carrier intercepts the pass from Jack Lewis.
Carrier again trying to find space for a cross. Very fancy footwork from John Carrier. Doesn't pull it off this time.
Loses it to Ben Chappell.
Curse to the commentator. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Pearson back to Winter. Woodfin. Gonyi. Winter. Ducking and diving there. Didn't quite pull it off. A little...
That's hard to do when you're surrounded by 4 players.
It was. We had a little bit of the old Shannon there, as they call it, to spin and dance.
Maradona.
Indeed.
Pete Pearson back to Jake Lever. Chattanooga now really starting to control the pace of the game after that 3rd goal.
Well, their confidence has to be high, doesn't it, after that? Any team would be. Especially playing at home with the crowd making so much noise.
Great touch to settle it by John Carrier on the switch. And here's Pearson. Woodfin.
Nice flick on. Nobody behind him to pick it up. Pearson recovers it.
Well done by Pearson, regaining possession. Here's Gonyi.
Trying to dance through the defence. Asheville trying to come away with the ball now.
Round to Bradshaw. Bradshaw can't get past 2 men. It's to the feet of Pearson again. Pearson's going to opt for the long ball. Luke Winter has no one to head it back to, and here's Jackson Allen. Woody. Toss comes in.
Steals the
and
ball.
Makes the tackle, but the referee saw a foul.
Torts is not happy about that. He's telling the referee he's not thrilled about it all being given as a foul, but obviously he saw something that we didn't see.
Looking like we might see our first substitution of today's game. Seems like Isaiah
Vinali for
Vinali.
Asheville, number 28.
Standing at midfield will let you know who he's taking out. And thank you for joining us today on this live stream, this friendly, the first annual Blue Ridge Derby between Chattanooga FC and Asheville City SC. Be sure to leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. And give us your favorite name for the keg.
Oh yes, don't forget the keg. That's what we're playing for tonight. A very large keg of tasty beer. Well, I hope it's tasty. We haven't cracked it yet. When we open it, we'll find out and report back to you.
We'll have to put it in the cooler for a little bit. It's a hot day. Chattahooligans' voices echoing around Fort Finley. Lever's pass back to Juhaszczyk. Not where he wants it, but Pierre Gardon cleans it up. Woodfin. Winter. Tries that.
Flick to Goni again, a repeat of the goal.
Well, he
but,
certainly got confidence after that last combination.
A little bit strong that time.
Chattanooga just looks like they're having fun out there, Simon.
I think you're right.
The burden of the season is past.
Right.
And now it's just
Yeah,
kind of the last chance
they're
to play
more
for
relaxed
Finley for a few months.
Yeah, they're enjoying it. You can tell. And I think once Ash will get a goal in return, they'll start to relax a little bit and get going. But right now, it's pretty much a lot of Chattanooga in this game.
There's Gagne, Woodfin, and Carrier.
A lot of traffic there on top of
A
the
lot of
box
traffic
for
there
Asheville.
at the 18.
Almost all the players in one area. So
Juhaszczyk
they
will be
can.
fouled.
Yep.
There's Jacob Lever. Good ball to find Winter. What's Winter going to do? He's going to send it in. A good ball for Gagne. Can Gagne get a second? Yes.
Oh! Turns and shoots, pivots, almost 270 degrees and
Rifles
slams
it.
it into the back of the net.
Top corner from close range, and it's 4-0. This game is getting out of hand for Dakota Bainter in the goal. And Chattanooga has quite a lead in this first annual derby. Samuel Gagne notches the second goal.
That's 2 goals from Sam Goni in less than 10 minutes. So, very nice bit of skill there, and Asheville gave him a bit too much room, and you don't do that with Sammy Goni. He takes advantage and says thank you and pops the ball into the net very cleanly. So there's that first substitution, Lucas.
Yeah, here comes Vignali. See who he took out. Looks like it was Bradshaw. It was out there on the left wing. So Ben Chappell at left back, and now Vignali on the left wing replacing Bradshaw.
He's going to play about 5 minutes of this, what remains of the first half.
Anderson. Woody back to Anderson. It's been a main attacking outlet for Asheville. Can he help them produce a first goal? It's Foreman. Going for the nutmeg between the legs of Jordan Dunston.
Yeah, you don't do it to Jordan Dunston.
He's locked down that left side of the defense
He really
pretty
has.
much all season.
He really has. He didn't get to play much last year because of injury, but this year he's been outstanding in defence. And that's why he's been a starter with Soren Juhaszczyk every game just about. He's been rock solid.
Carrier back to Lever. No warm-ups yet for Chattanooga. It appears as though Bill Elliott will go into the half without having made changes. I'd expect to see some starting the second half.
I think so. I think we'll give some of the other guys a run out, get some fresh legs, give everybody a chance to play. Woodfin getting away from his marker there, trying to come down the wing and still with the ball, still getting away. Can he use his speed? A little bit of obstruction there, but
Ball is in the middle of Winter, but the whistle's blown.
referee calls the foul. The ball sort of fell to Luke Winter's feet. He's a little disappointed with that, but there was a foul a moment before that. So
Now Woodfin, a guy who's seen some playing time this season, but really made an impression so far in this first half, Simon.
he had a good season at Memphis last year. That's why he picked him up, and he's enjoyed playing at Chattanooga. When he's come on, he scored and made a difference. So
ETSU senior in his first season at Chattanooga.
Goni trying to return the favour to Winter and set him free for a shot on goal, but a little too strong there, and the keeper cleans it up and sends it back into play.
Anderson. Juhaszczyk closes down a would-be through ball.
Another foul there. Goni goes down, and Chattanooga get the free kick, which Schmidt and Goni take quickly back into play. Trying to keep things moving, keep the tempo fast, which it has been, Lucas.
Kenny Anderson settles. Finds Foreman. Back to Anderson. Does well to find Foreman. But it appears as though once the ball reaches that Chattanooga defense, possession ends for Asheville.
In the last minute of regulation, not expecting a whole lot of injury time tonight. There weren't many stoppages at all, so maybe a minute or less.
Here's Gagne. Can Chattanooga get a fifth goal?
Gagne goes down and a foul given. Definitely a block from the Asheville defense there, rather than a tackle.
Well, with about 30 seconds to go in regulation here in this first half, we'll see if Chattanooga can get a fifth goal. It's Leo DeSchemet standing over it. See what decision he makes.
Taking the shot.
He takes the shot.
Oh, just past the goal.
Doesn't miss by much.
Keeper has to stretch a little bit, but nice shot on goal there from the free kick.
Well, we should hear a whistle any second now.
I think so. That's probably the last couple of kicks of regulation time. So no injury time to speak of, really, I don't think, tonight, Lucas.
Maybe Asheville will be allowed one more attack here. There's Allen trying to get past Tots, but he doesn't. And now Winter, Chattanooga on a break. Over the top to Gagne. Gagne, can he find a hat trick?
Hit it.
Yes, he can.
Does. Oh, my.
The referee lets play continue on, and Samuel Gagne.
Wow.
A first half hat trick.
In the 46th minute. Goals 3, 4, and 5 for Samuel Gagne. He's scored 3 goals in 12 minutes. Unbelievable.
Well, the Chattanooga counterattack just caught Asheville sleeping, and Gagne slips in right behind. Luke Winter finds him, and he gets his 3rd goal of the match.
Amazing. An assist from Winter that time, returning the favour to Sam Gagne for again, and Sam says thank you very much and tucks the goal away.
Well, Coach Elliott will be asking where this was in that loss against Nashville last week.
Where were these strikers and this skill and this confidence?
And there it is, 45 down, 45 to go here at Finley Stadium. Chattanooga taking a 5-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see what they come out with.
That's right. And
what imagine it won't be the same lineup.
Absolutely. And we'll see what Asheville have to come out the locker room with too, and hopefully they'll come out strong and find him back. So should be a very interesting second half. But at 5-0 at half-time here at Finley Stadium, we're going to say au revoir for a moment or two, maybe 15 minutes. So pop the kettle on, have a cup of tea, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. That'll be about 8:35 Eastern. So don't go away. We'll be right back. 15 minutes of rest and relaxation there. We're back at Finley Stadium. Currently, Chattanooga FC playing Asheville City 5-0 at half-time. How about that, Lucas? Amazing.
Yeah, arguably the best they've played all season, Simon. And, it's rare you see these postseason friendlies less than a week after a playoff loss. So it's tough to come out with the motivation to play, but that hasn't been a problem at all.
Well, that's right. It's been an amazing game so far. The CFC players are more relaxed. I think Asheville are too, but Chattanooga have taken their chances, and the goals on the score sheet show that for sure. With goals from John Carrier, Leo De Schmidt with that cheeky little chip in, and then an amazing hat trick from Sam Goney at the end of the first half. So, yeah, pretty amazing.
Only one change made by either team, and Brian Bartles will go in up top for Asheville. And then Chattanooga doesn't make any changes. Coach Bill Elliott opts to go with the mostly experienced team that he had in the first half, and a ball in by Leo De Schmidt goes into the hands of Dakota Bainter. But it looks like Jackson Allen was taken off by Bartles.
Right.
And looks like a change at keeper as well. Jarrett Payne in now for Asheville.
So, yeah, a couple of changes there. Asheville giving all their players a run out, and they'll probably give some more some playing time too. Chattanooga not warming anybody up just yet.
Are you surprised to see no changes by Chattanooga at halftime?
Well, when you're 5 up, Lucas, I mean, why spoil a good thing?
Yeah, if it ain't
I
broke,
guess,
don't fix it.
Don't broke, that's right. So,
well, at this point, I don't think you're so much looking for the win as typically friendly situations are looking for playing time. But Coach Bill Elliott, a couple Chattanooga players on their feet.
Right.
We'll see if they come into the game. Looks like Felipe Oliveira and John Finley are up and moving around, as well as Chris Baker, the goalkeeper.
Well, it looks like on the team sheet I've got tonight's one of tonight's reserve keepers is actually number 28 is James Teal, who hasn't played this season, so he'll be going to get some playing time in, I'm sure. Double check, quick look. Yeah, there's James down there, so we'll see if he gets to come on for a run out or not. But Chattanooga starting this half as they did the end of the first, and really keeping the pressure on Asheville, not letting them get too much of the ball right now. And the back three playing keep ball among themselves. Obviously, the Asheville forwards are playing, 3 of them higher up the field, so that may lead to something as the game wears on. But there's Luke Winter.
Luke Winter brings it down. Leo De Schmidt whips it in.
Deep into the box.
Header.
Oh, did not come off at all there. But,
looked like Gonyi on the header.
It was, I think. Let me double check that.
Heads it to the ground and it goes up. The offside flag was up.
Yeah, Sammy Goney there. It didn't connect and had to bring it down rather than head it over the bar. But again, Chattanooga looking dangerous, having the space to move around, which is always something you're taught as a defender not to let the opponents do, and they're giving them really a bit too much space at the moment.
So now 3 Chattanooga players lined up at the byline. It is John Finley, it is Felipe Oliveira, and like you said, Simon, James Teal, the goalkeeper, looks to take out Pierre Gardon, as Gardon safely cleans up the header from Jacob Lever. Could have gone poorly.
That could have gone badly, couldn't it?
But Chattanooga, with this 5-0 lead now, making some changes with the next dead ball. See who they take out. Cameron Woodfin on the ball, back to Lever. Over to Dunstan. To Juhas to Pearson.
And using the width of the field nicely here tonight.
Woodfin.
Winter
lays it off for Winter, and Woodfin gets it back.
Gets the lucky again. The bounce going Chattanooga's way tonight. We've seen that before so many times where it doesn't, and tonight it's doing it.
Saul on the break gets fouled, and looks like we'll see the sub now. 3 coming in for Chattanooga.
Now CFC number 12, John Finley. Number
John Finley.
Number 28.
First one to go in. Looks like he's taking out Jordan Dunston. On that left side of the defense, Dunston has been a rock. Finley also played well this season. And in comes Felipe Oliveira, taking off Samuel Gogne. The hat trick man gets an ovation from the Chattanooga, well deserved. And James Teal, last but not least, taking out Pierre Gardon. Teal, like you said, Simon, making his first appearance of the season after the season's over, going into his sophomore year at UAB. He's a hometown guy, was heavily recruited coming out of Notre Dame High School, looked at by the likes of Duke, Virginia Tech, all big soccer schools in the U.S., and chose to go down to Birmingham. So he'll be playing there next season. He gets his first appearance in the NPSL tonight. And here is Kenny Anderson for Asheville. We'll see if this Chattanooga team with the 3 changes is as cohesive as the first half, scoring those 5 goals. Felipe Oliveira getting his first touch of the game. He's on the left wing, inside to DeSchmidt. Lays it off for Woodfin. No, Winter gets it. Winter to Woodfin. Flicked on for Winter.
Nearly got the flick on there to work. So close. Asheville steal the ball away, but an offside called on that one. Right on the halfway line. The Asheville striker was definitely in the Chattanooga half and were offside when the ball was played. But a close thing.
Oliveira also played well, played sparingly this season. DeSchmidt with the ball in.
Into winner's feet, but can't control it. Bombs off the left of the goal.
Oliveira, another guy, played under Coach Elliott at West Florida, led the team in goals in 2015 and assists. This is also his first season with Chattanooga, coming from Memphis. Had 2 goals in that regular season closer, 3-0 victory against Carolina. Here's Cameron Woodfin, ball in, little high, but Carrier's there. Rifles it in, his 2nd goal of the season.
Out of nothing, the ball goes through the box. John Carrier's there. One touch, bam, in the back of the net. 6-0 to Chattanooga. And unbelievable, Lucas.
Jarrett Payne comes into a rude awakening 7 minutes into his appearance.
He really does.
In this first Blue Ridge Derby. 6-0 Chattanooga in the 53rd minute. Some more action going on down at the Chattanooga sideline. It looks like David Perez
that was
getting ready to come on.
Woodfin's 2nd assist of the game so far.
Caleb Cole lining up as well for Chattanooga.
We've seen Caleb Cole play all year, have we? And he was good last year.
And Darwin Lom as well. Now we're starting to see a few fringe guys come on.
That's right.
Carrier coming in for the interception.
You know, Carrier's pumped up after that 2nd goal. He's going to be all over the defense.
He'll be
tonight.
looking for his hat trick.
He
likely.
will. He's not going to let Sammy go and get ahead of him. No way is he going to let Sammy beat him on the hat trick score.
Will Carrier's had an excellent season as well. A midfield engine for Chattanooga. Has played on the wing, has played in the middle, has done what Coach Elliott has asked him to do. And here come the changes once again for Chattanooga. Making their 4th change is David Perez. Comes on. Leo DeSchmidt comes off. Cameron Woodfin coming off as well. And John Carrier will not get a chance to get that hat trick, Simon. He's coming off for Darwin Lom. So we'll see Darwin Lom, David Perez, and Caleb Cole coming on. The 3 players coming off all had excellent games. Leo DeSchmidt, of course, that long-range shot from midfield. John Carrier, the 2 goals, and then Cameron Woodfin has just been all over the place tonight for Chattanooga. Coach Elliott has to be pleased with what he's seen. And Chattanooga already on the attack. Oliveira's going to go for it. And it's saved by Jarrett Payne. Will be a corner. So David Perez looking like he's going to sit on that left side of the field. Caleb Cole appearing to take Cameron Woodfin's spot. He's going to take the corner kick. Cole in his 3rd season for Chattanooga. Like you said, Simon, have not seen him this season.
Not at all. And Caleb was very strong when I first saw him play.
Coachville, Pennsylvania native.
Yeah, we weren't sure if Caleb was in the team this season or not, but he is there, and just didn't get much playing time this year.
Darwin Lom, another, has not gotten much this year in his first season with Chattanooga, nearby from Calhoun, Georgia. Did score a goal in that friendly against Chivas U23. Goes to Shorter University, the junior, this upcoming season. Scored 18 goals in his 32 appearances at Shorter. So Lom appears to be over on that right side where Carrier was, and Caleb Cole replacing Woodfin in the middle, and David Perez in the left wing for Leo DeSchmidt. So 6 changes to that starting lineup made by Coach Bill Elliott. We'll see if they can keep that fluidity that they had in the first 55 minutes. Ball rolls out for
Asheville
Chattanooga
trying to
throw.
break, but the ball's getting away from there a little bit.
Brian Bartles, the fresh
Yeah.
legs, trying to create something.
Absolutely. I'm sure he'd like to get on the score sheet too.
And a big opportunity for Teal as well, making his first appearance in this derby, trying to keep this clean sheet for Chattanooga. Over the top to Oliveira. Cleared by Bogman. And 2 more on the byline for Chattanooga. Changes being made now. Off comes Mark Tots. In comes Jonathan Ricketts.
It's hard to keep track of all these changes, Lucas.
That's right. Doesn't make it easier on us, Simon, but that's why we're here, isn't it? Pete Pearson now also coming on. He will be replaced by Kevin Rowan Page. So now we're really seeing some fringe guys come on, Simon. Jonathan Ricketts from Dayton, Tennessee in his second season goes to Bryan College, younger brother of Stephen Ricketts, and also the brother of Maddie Ricketts, member of Chattanooga FC women's team. And Kevin Rowan Page, also a student athlete at Bryan College in his second season in Chattanooga. So a couple midfield changes for Chattanooga, and they're looking at a completely different team.
Absolutely, they really are. Fresh legs and a different team with a slightly different playing style too.
Here's Lom.
See
Cole.
Caleb Cole powering through into the box. Nobody's there to pick it up.
Oliveira
Here's
makes a
Oliveira.
touch. He's going to play it back.
Back.
Lom
Oh, long.
had an
tries to
opportunity,
get it.
but well done by Kenny Anderson to get in front of it, and it's a corner kick.
Yeah. Corner kick to Chattanooga. They're really putting the pressure on in terms of corners. I think Ashton had a corner so far this game, Lucas.
I don't believe they have. Cole.
Strong corner into the box, but Ash will get the better of it. It's cleared.
Here's Rowan Page.
Oh, not a good pass. And Ash will get interception. Rowan Page finding back to get it back.
Now David Perez. We've seen him get some time.
Yep.
Goes to Lee University
We have seen
here
David
nearby.
play very well. Here comes David. Look at him go. He's quick. He's excited to play.
Lom looking for Oliveira.
Didn't quite come off there. The idea was good.
Perez, Lee University,
Keeping the pressure on here.
leading goal scorer in 2016.
Yep, for the Lee Flames.
Nearby here. Out to Jacob Lever. One of the few players who has stayed on since the start of this game. Him, Soren Juhaszczyk, and Luke Winter, the only ones that fall into that category. And a battle
Still fighting for
over
it.
between Darwin Lom and the Asheville defender. Ball sent in by Perez. His header is uncomfortable for Jarrett Payne,
Really
but
was.
it sails over the crossbar.
Yeah, well, not that far over the crossbar, but didn't get the angle right there to get the power behind the header. But again, Chattanooga's still looking dangerous. Still getting
60th minute.
getting something out of nothing there again.
Still 30 minutes of soccer to be played here for Chattanooga.
Absolutely. Plenty of excitement. I hope you're enjoying the game at home.
Chattanooga has some numbers. Ball put in. Winter looking for his first goal.
Didn't get that one under control at all and scores a great field goal, another soccer goal.
And we have a guest, Simon. We'll get to in a couple of seconds. A member from Asheville City Soccer Club come over to talk to us up here in the booth about this rivalry, kind of how it got started and what the hopes are for the future. And another change now.
Soren Juhasczyk coming on.
Dino Jones coming on for Soren Juhasczyk.
This is going to be Dino Jones' his first start of the season. Soren Juhasczyk gets a huge round of applause from the crowd.
So Dino Jones now sitting in that center defensive role that Soren Juhasczyk has played so excellently today. A beautiful night here at Fort Finley. The food trucks are under the scoreboard. The sun has set over Lookout Mountain. A great night to close out this 2017 season. Here's Felipe Oliveira. Oliveira's going to have it. Shot over the bar, but there is a deflection. And Chattanooga corner.
Another corner.
And Simon, let's go ahead and bring in our guest here, Aiden McCarthy, marketing intern, works with social media, graphic design over at Asheville City Soccer Club. And Aiden, we appreciate you joining us today, man.
Thank you a lot.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us, first of all, a little bit about yourself and what you do over at Asheville.
All right, well, I'm a student at NC State University, and I live in Asheville. I've lived in Asheville my whole life, and I joined as an intern. I run most of the social media. I have a social media partner, so we split it half and half. I do a lot of the graphic design stuff, like game day graphics, starting 11, stuff like that. And then on home days, I do a lot of the game day operations.
Cool.
So you work a lot with the website, stuff like that, trying to boost some popularity as David Perez whips one in here for Chattanooga. So Aiden, tell me a little bit about what you know about the start of this rivalry. You know, with the rivalry, like we mentioned before, it's so hard to create one without any history beforehand. Asheville, in its first season with the club, trying to create that with Chattanooga. So what do you know about kind of how that got started?
Well, obviously we're shooting for the stars, and we want to be as good as we can be. And we see Chattanooga as a very good example. You guys are drawing out huge numbers to your games, and as our season's progressed, we've drawn out more and more. We're now averaging over 2,000 fans a game, and this is just our first season, so we're looking to emulate a lot of what you guys are doing here. And I think that's a good reason to have a rivalry.
That sounds great, Aiden. So how does the setup here in Chattanooga FC compare to Asheville in terms of game day and supporters and all the things that go on during the game? How does it compare at Asheville?
Well, obviously we have a lot smaller personnel group on our operation and game days and stuff like that. So we have 7 interns and 6 owners, and then a lot of volunteer help. Obviously our stadium is much smaller. We play at Memorial Field in downtown Asheville. It only seats around 2,500, so you guys definitely have a much larger setup. But things are running smoothly. It didn't start off very smooth. We had a lot of behind-the-scenes issues the first couple games, but we bounced back, and we're absolutely steamrolling the home games.
Cool. Well, that's always good to hear success, especially early on. So tell us about your experience with soccer.
Well, I did not play soccer growing up. I only got into it in high school. I'm a big Manchester City fan.
Well, nobody's perfect, Aiden.
And the second I heard that Asheville City was starting a team, I immediately shot over an email and asked if I could be an intern, and then I applied through that, and I loved every second of it.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's good when people have a passion for something they do.
Absolutely, yes.
You can tell the teams that we've run across that have the passion, some that just look at it as a job. You've got to have passion for soccer, especially in America, to make it grow.
Yes, absolutely.
And we want to grow it, and you want to grow it, and that's how I think it should be.
Saw a change there with Zeka coming on for Luke Winter. Zeka had an excellent season. Comes on for Luke Winter there at forward. And Simon, now the only change in the lineup that we saw in that starting lineup is Jacob Lever on the left side. And we don't know if we'll see him. Still a lot of soccer left to be played.
Well, that's right. But as we said, everybody wants to play tonight, and especially when things are going Chattanooga's way, they're going to want to get some game time in. Who wouldn't be part of the team that's playing well tonight? They're obviously enjoying the game, and Asheville giving them a good run for their money. So
here's Oliveira.
Have some soccer. Oh, nice touch, Caleb Cole, and
Ball goes out for a corner, and
another corner.
Aiden, a good first season for Asheville City FC. A couple new teams in the NPSL, but I think Asheville have been the most successful out of them. 3-3-6, but a third place finish in the Eastern Division and a playoff spot. Is that something that you think that people saw coming, or was this kind of a surprise season for everyone in Asheville?
Well, Asheville does have a huge soccer market, especially in the adult leagues. And
oh, as we see a goal, interrupts Aiden there.
Sorry, Aiden.
Chattanooga extends their lead. It's 7-0 now. Trying to catch who got the head on it. Came flying in, looked like Darwin Lom. Came flying in, buries the header, 7-0 now. So sorry about that, Aiden. Go ahead.
It was actually Dino Jones.
Dino Jones.
He was very excited to get on the score sheet. Go ahead, Aiden.
all right. Well, obviously, so Asheville's been a huge soccer hub, and we've never really had the team, at this level at least, to kind of match that. And as soon as it happened, people came flocking from everywhere, really. And I guess a couple of our highlights this season, we won 2-1 away in Atlanta against the Silverbacks. We needed that win in order to secure playoff contention. And then we sold out our last home game of the season, 2,500 plus.
Excellent. That's really, really good. We saw it on Twitter. That was very exciting to see that. And it's good to have a full stadium. The atmosphere will be so different when the stadium is full.
Absolutely.
And everyone's getting involved. We do see some games in this league that unfortunately are played in front of a very small crowd. It's got to be tougher for the players when they see that. We speak to some of the opposing teams after the game, and they always say they enjoy the atmosphere here, whether they win or lose. They like to hear the support, and that does make a difference to the field. Although people say, well, it does the players blank out and they zone in the game. They're aware of the atmosphere, and it really does make them play better.
Absolutely, yeah, I can't agree more.
So that's something we certainly want to encourage all the teams to have, across the NPSL at all levels. Really have good support. That's what makes the team so popular in Europe, with the big support and the big crowds they get there. It's like a completely different from soccer in the States, and it's something to see a large, noisy stadium driving the teams on.
So, Aiden, in terms of streaming and kind of giving that access to your fans to watch the team when they're away or when they're at home, is that something that you guys have reached there, or is that something that you kind of have in the plans in Asheville?
We actually have a group, IMAVL, that does our streams, and they've developed quite the following. They're known as Mystery Science Theater 3000, or Mystery Science Soccer 3000, and it's a very different style of commentary, but they do a wonderful job, and we can't thank them enough for their work this season.
That's always good to know when he's getting involved with a team like that. Now, talking of involvement, we have the Chat Hooligans. Have you got any Asher Hooligans over there?
We got our South Slope Blues, which is our supporter section. We had about 15 of them ride down on the bus to Chattanooga today.
Well, we saw them over there on the far side of the stadium.
They're loud and proud. Most of the group has come to every single game, home and away, and they're raring to go next season.
That's great. Well, we always make the home, the away visitors welcome at home, we say. So I'm glad they're here. I'm sure they'll be talking to the Hooligans later on after the game, because there's rivalry during the game. Once the final whistle goes, then we're mates again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Aiden, thank you so much for coming up here and talking to us, letting us get to know our rivals a little bit, and hopefully next time we talk to you next season, it'll be a regular season game or maybe even a postseason game that might actually have a real effect on the season.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it, man. That was Aiden McCarthy, a marketing intern for Asheville City Soccer Club. Kind of going over the process of how these two teams got together to start this rivalry. So thanks again for joining in. If you're just joining us here in the 69th minute, you've missed most of the action. 7 goals to nothing right now.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, it's a little late because a lot's been happening.
But could be a little bit left. We're seeing a completely different team now, with the exception of Jacob Lever on the left side of that 3-man defense. Every player on this field for Chattanooga has been subbed on by Coach Bill Ailey. Got a couple of veterans in there with Zeka and David Perez. But then we've got some fringe guys, Caleb Cole, Darwin Lom, who have not seen the field. Jonathan Ricketts this season. This gives them a chance to shine.
That's right.
And we already saw a goal come out of one of them.
Yeah, from Dino Jones. He was very pleased with a big grin on his face to get through all that. Talking of substitutes, Lucas, I think we got a substitute on the K-Post tower with Galen Riley down there. If you look at the Chattanooga Hooligan cam on your feed, do you recognize who's down there?
There's Carlos
Get out of
on the
here.
stand.
Carlos, what are you doing?
Has gone from the commentary box to the Chattahooligan stand, a dangerous place to be.
Very dangerous when you're up there.
And we talked about it earlier this season. When you see those guys leaving the game, they look like they put in more energy than the players sometimes.
They really do. It's like having an army of invading Vikings coming to town. It's pretty noisy.
So 71st minute, still 20 minutes at least of soccer left to be played here in this Blue Ridge Derby.
Derby.
And, that has been a consistent argument, hasn't it? All day. I have heard that. We heard a dispute on the PA earlier.
We did. William Farnes on
with the two CFC radio guys.
So
that's just one of those things you're gonna have to run into.
You're gonna handle it.
American and English soccer.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Nice ball there.
Here's Felipe Oliveira, has some space. Zeka making a run.
What's Oliveira going to do? Going to shoot, going to come in.
Oliveira.
With the ball. 4-on-1 on him.
Out to Lam.
Lam's on his own, trying to get through in space, taking the shot. Good save.
Blocked by Payne.
Still not cleared.
Goal kick. And we haven't seen a sub by Asheville since right around halftime.
That's right.
They've made 2 changes only.
Only
of course, they only have a couple extra guys on the bench. Don't have the luxury that Chattanooga does.
Right.
But here's Asheville. Can they get something to avoid the embarrassment of a shutout in this first rivalry game? All the way out to Bogman, the left back, to Saul. Ball tried to thread
trying
through.
to get that pass going, didn't quite work. Asheville's starting to look a bit more dangerous.
Here's Zeka. Zeka, 3 goals this season for Chattanooga. Bogman. Saul. Under pressure from Caleb Cole. We might have seen the last of the CFC changes unless we see Jacob Lever come off. Coach Elliott trying to give these players an opportunity.
Going, but it doesn't come to anything. Well, we'll see. We got a few more people on the bench who might get a run out. Taking a quick look at the bench, folks, while
Oliveira
Lucas is talking.
Zeka. Dispossessed. And David Perez does well. It's an Asheville throw-in. Nick Bogman. Kenny Anderson. Out by the feet of David Perez. Looks like we've got some more action there on the Chattanooga sideline, Simon.
I think we do.
Coach Elliott putting these guys in with 15 or so minutes left. It's hard to really prove yourself.
It is, but
when you're coming on with
5
or so minutes left in the game.
So we got an injury to Asheville. Somebody either got cramp or took a bit of a knock there. You see how that was, Lucas? I didn't see the number.
Looks like Elma N4, number 9.
Okay. He's a bit slow getting up. They're taking a knock. Well, it's tired from that running. They're having to work really hard tonight. And it's really hot out there too. But the referee hasn't ordered any water breaks, so everybody's playing on.
Teal has not yet had an opportunity to make a save.
Yeah, not a really
has not been
serious
challenged
one.
since he came on for Pierre Gardon. Gardon only forced into a couple of awkward situations in that first half. So ball is booted back to Jarrett Payne. And out to Anderson. Tries to go up the line, but it's intercepted. Here's Cole. Zeka.
Chattanooga focusing on possession at this point of the game. Rather than do anything stupid with the ball and giving it away.
Two veterans, Zeka and Finley, exchanging passes. Zeka takes it upfield. Looked like trying to switch it to David Perez, but saw a deflection there. But Oliveira does well to keep it in play. Long tries to lift it over Payne. Payne controls.
Good save by Payne there, and the coordination with the defense very good, very on point there.
About 15 minutes left at least in regulation here at Fort Finley. Asheville trying to make something happen. Here's Cole.
Nice ball.
Looking for Lom.
Excellent. What's Lom going to do? One touch? No. Held up by the defense. Still with possession.
Oliveira. He wants a goal. He's gone for goal a couple times tonight.
Around. Asheville can't clear it. Still bouncing around.
Shot. Scored.
Oh, there it is.
Believe it was Dino Jones. Getting his second one. And it's 8-0 for Chattanooga. No, Darwin Long getting his first one.
Darwin Long, that's right. Darwin getting on the score sheet.
Ball bouncing around in the penalty area, cleans it up. Puts it hard and low out of the reach of Jarrett Payne, and Chattanooga's up 8-0, 77th minute. Now the question is, can they break 10? Can they get to double digits?
Well, if I was a betting man, Lucas.
Well, you can't end the season on much more of a positive note than this, but it will leave fans wondering, Simon, where was this in the last game?
That's what we talked about at half-time here in the media box. We said this is great, but we could have used some of these goals.
And we talked about the pressure
kind of across the season.
We talked about the pressure being lifted a little bit since the season is over.
We did as soon as the game began.
But it just shows you what this team's capable of. This Asheville team was not a pushover in this NPL season. They finished third in the East.
That's right.
With a playoff spot.
That's right. But it's funny once the pressure is off, the psychology of the game is completely different tonight. Chattanooga are free-flowing and confident and taking chances and converting them.
Zeka and Oliveira not on the same page. And Woody swings it out. Asheville.
One more substitution.
Long and over the top, but it's offside.
Chattanooga. Oh, into the side netting, but it was offside. So just like Chattanooga, one more thing in the armory. One more substitute coming on. It's somebody, if you've watched Chattanooga before, you'll know who this is when he comes on. I'm not going to spoil it just yet. So just hold fire a minute, folks.
Jacob Lever. Cole. Into the midfield. Good touch.
Through. Look at that. Nice play.
Touch taken by Rowan Page.
So confident, Lucas.
Well, up 8-0, it's hard not to be.
Well, I agree, but they're just flowing tonight. So we got a substitution for Chattanooga coming on.
3 coming on for Chat.
Looks like it. Looks like Jerry Wiltshire is one of them. And you've got Drew Viscomi as well.
And off comes Jacob Lever. Been in the game since the start.
He has. He must be tired.
And a change of goalkeeper as well.
Change of goalkeeper.
James Keel.
Who is coming on for us? Somebody you'll know and recognise from last season. And one of my very good friends, Tommy Housel. Huge cheer from the crowd for Tom Housel.
Drew Viscomi as well, coming in. Felipe Oliveira coming out after being subbed in after halftime, and James Teal just getting a few minutes of a debut here in Chattanooga.
That's right.
And Housel comes in as Chattanooga's 3rd goalkeeper of the match.
Darwin Long going for the header but not keeping it down. Ash will get him play moving off fast. Trying to get that elusive first goal.
Halsall and Viscomi haven't seen the field too much this season. We've seen Jerry Wiltshire.
Yeah, we've seen Jerry play a lot of defense. Tommy House has actually been in North Carolina at a new position, and he's come back as a guest goalkeeper tonight. But Tommy played a lot last year with Gregor Hartley, and Tommy was very popular last year. And I think he's missed Chattanooga FC. He's been back a few times, some games. He's been here with us on the broadcast. I'm sure those of you who are regulars have heard him talking here with me on the microphone in both our unintelligible English accents. But Tommy's in the field tonight. I'm not, thank goodness. But Tommy's been itching to play really as soon as he got back to Chattanooga, and I think he really missed it. So I know the fans have missed him, and so he's looking forward to a bit of time in front of the goal tonight.
Played at Lee University.
Yep.
From Southport, England, is Tommy Halsall. And Drew Viscomi, a younger guy from Macaulay High School here in Tennessee, committed to play for Northwestern next season. Was a finalist for the USA Today All-USA Boys Soccer Player of the Year out of Macaulay. Viscomi playing there in the midfield, center midfield. So we saw a full 11 changes by Coach Bill Elliott and then some.
Yep. Just using the whole depth of the squad, which is a luxury you have when you're the home team, of course.
Right.
You have to put them all on the bus or two buses.
Darwin Lom, the dummy. Well done. He keeps possession.
Lom
Streaking down the right
breaking
side.
down the right.
Zeka coming in. Lom lays it off. Zeka.
There it is.
Fourth goal of the 2017 season for Zeka Fehaz.
Wow.
In the 82nd minute, it's 8-0 for Chattanooga. And players making impacts from all over the place.
That's
tonight.
right. Darwin Long with his first assist, goal first, then an assist. So Zeka scoring again. And pretty much chances are, as you were saying, Lucas, we may get in double figures tonight.
Eight or so minutes left in regulation. And our question was, after that 5-0 start, with all these changes, will Chattanooga keep that fluidity? And they have, adding 4 extra goals since the half. Need one more to match that first half total. It's 9-0. Certainly plenty of time to do it in the 83rd minute. Back to Wiltshire, getting his first few touches of the game. Perez. Finley. Dino Jones. Saw him get a goal pretty early on in his time today. Long ball for Ricketts. Ricketts lays it off again for Zeka. Can Zeka get the second?
Oh, keeper saves a good save.
Well done by Payne.
Payne got down, was very strong up against Zeka there.
Zeka looking for the brace. Now it's a Chattanooga corner. You think Coach Elliott might be done now with the substitutions?
I think he's run out of people to put on. Unless he puts on a dog or something, or somebody's hamster. I think he's out of people.
Well, I've got to say 13 substitutions is the most I have ever seen.
Me too. We do have Juanito Hernandez on the bench, but he's not on the roster to play tonight. So he'll just be watching. But pretty much everybody, I think, has been on.
Viscomi trying to make an impression. Just graduated high school.
Yeah, this is a great place to make an impression too. And if you're playing high school soccer now or college soccer, don't forget the tryouts for Chattanooga FC for next year start in January. So if you're interested in playing, do contact the club and let them know you want to come to the tryouts in January. It's not 90 degrees, it's more like about 29. So bring your thick clothes.
Doesn't make it any easier.
The tryouts are often oversubscribed anyway, Lucas. I've been to the most in the last couple of years, and there's usually like 100 and odd players here in a weekend.
Right.
It's a lot of people. It's very popular. So Darwin Lom still fighting for the ball.
Lom fighting and keeping the ball. It's put down by Zeka. Caleb Cole is shut down.
And out for a corner. Nope, a goal kick.
And friendlies have been good to Chattanooga this season.
Yes, they
Simon
have.
against Chivas USA. Saw a
Right,
couple of friendly.
right.
Caleb Cole grabs a goal in that game. Charlie Clark grabs a goal in that
That's
game.
right. It's just different for the friendlies. The atmosphere seems to be makes the players play a different way.
Likely something Coach Bill Elliott will wonder going into next season. '86th minute. 9-0 for Chattanooga.
Asheville still fighting. They haven't given up at all, Lucas.
N4 certainly has
They have not
been
given
a
up.
driving
They're still
force
trying to
tonight.
attack.
Ball put in and cleaned up.
Yep, Asheville
That's
still
Hallfall.
going for it. Yeah, Tommy House will glad to get a touch of the ball.
So Chattanooga will hold on to the Blue Ridge Derby keg for the next year or so. And like we mentioned to Aiden earlier, let's hope that next time these two teams meet, it'll be for really points or an impact on the season.
That's right, that's right. And the return match for this next season, of course, will be in Asheville.
Great ball by Househall out to
So,
David Perez on the left.
You may want to start booking your vacation to be in Asheville. This happened. Looks like it's going to be a really good game. There's Zeka streaking in.
A dicing ball
Wow.
into Zeka is a little too much on it, and Payne collects it.
Yeah.
And a collision there at the midfield, no call. Wiltshire to Cole. Out to Finley. Dino Jones. See if Chattanooga presses and maybe notches a 10th. All right, here's Jerry Wiltshire. Rowan Page. Out to Finley. Viscomi back to Finley. Viscomi dispossessed.
Asheville trying to break again.
As Vignali
Oh,
looking for N4. Can
has he
he
got the speed? And
can't beat Dino Jones to it, and it will be cleared out by Jones. Just 2 minutes left.
Maybe a minute or two of injury time after this, but pretty much not much time on the clock left for Asheville to do something. And the throw a little wayward, Chattanooga getting possession back.
Viscomi, Caleb Cole. Over the top, looking for Ricketts. He'll beat it to the byline.
Ricketts on his own. looking for
Zeka making a
support.
darting run in.
What's he got?
Ricketts cuts
Still
inside.
Ricketts, still Ricketts.
Will play it in, wide open goal.
Across the box and no one there.
A man there to clear it out for Asheville. An opportunity, had a couple guys flying in front of the open mouth of the goal, and some physicality there near the
Tough there with
byline.
David Perez,
David
but-
Perez and Kenny Anderson getting into it.
David Perez keeping possession, even though he's beaten for height like Kenny Anderson, but
Some
still
cramping
managed-
going on
Yeah,
down
not
there.
surprised after that
These
light
players
running.
are tired. The season's over,
know it.
Simon, and
That's
they're
right.
asked to play this extra
Yeah,
game
That's right.
after both teams lose in the playoffs.
I'm sure they're tired.
So 90th minute. A good final night for Fort Finley in 2017. Chattanooga scoring 9 goals and allowing none behind a hat trick from Samuel Gonyi, a brace from John Carrier. We saw Darwin Long, we saw Dino Jones, we saw Zeka, all adding to the score sheet for Chattanooga. Here's Finley. And there's the final whistle. No extra time given. None needed.
None at all for that. A very good game. Enjoyable to watch if you're neutral. Team from Asheville, not quite so good, but a great exhibition of skill from Chattanooga FC. Something they haven't shown quite as much this season. Usually they have, and this season has been a bit lacking. But tonight, no problem there. Lots of skill, lots of goals. 9-0. What an amazing game.
Well, not the end of the season that Chattanooga would have hoped for. They, of course, would hope to still be in the playoffs tonight.
Right.
But under the circumstances, not much of a better night that you could ask for Chattanooga.
Right.
Fans came out in full force. Saw a show, an onslaught of 9 goals.
Absolutely a great show. Hope you enjoyed it at home too, and got a lot of pleasure out of watching that game. There'll be the presentation next of the beer barrel.
That's right.
Which is still looking for a name, by the way. So put in your suggestions on the stream or on social media, on the Chat-A-Hooligans page or the Chat-A-Hooligans Twitter, and let them know what you think it should be called.
And thank you so much for joining us tonight, this first annual Blue Ridge Derby between Chattanooga and Asheville City Soccer Club.
Yep.
Chattanooga taking the win 9-0 to start off the series between these two, 1-0, and they'll keep the keg, Simon.
That's right. Absolutely, we'll keep the keg and probably drink out of it tonight, Lucas. So thanks for being with us tonight. That's the end of the broadcast for tonight, and in fact for the season. We'll be doing a wrap-up show of the whole season in a few weeks' time for you to watch. We'll let you know when that comes out. But for now, signing off from Finley Stadium for Chattanooga FC, Chattanooga Live and Underground, myself, Simon Neal, and my great friend Lucas Panzica stepping in to help out tonight. Thank you, Lucas. Good to have you with us.
It's been fun. Excited for next season.
Absolutely.
Simon.
So am I, folks. So the end of the 2017 season for Chattanooga FC. Simon Neal for Chattanooga Live saying thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the year, and we'll see you in 2018.
If I can have your attention, please. Chairman Board, and on behalf of the board, and on behalf of our entire staff and the team, we'd like to first thank Asheville City for making the trip. Their entire team and fans, a great outfit. We look forward to coming over there next year, and you can return the favor, or at least try. For that, again, I'd like to thank all the fans, especially the Chattanooga. Wasn't exactly the season that we wanted, but it was a great season. Thanks largely to you. So thank you very much. And with that, I guess Josh is going to ceremonially roll this thing over to the captains, to Luke and to John. Thank you very much. Good night, and thanks for a great season.